I'm here with Iain Millar.
Hello.
And we're at the confluence of the Ravensbourne and the Thames, a sacred spot, as I say in every video. And our aim for today, what are we going to do today, Iain?
I think we're trying to find the source of the Beck, which, as far as I understand it, is a little pipe and some woods in Shirley.
We're going to walk along the Ravensbourne, then the River Pool, and then the Beck.
And I think it's the Pool River. The maps will say better, because there's a couple of rivers that join somewhere down this route. I don't know if the Quaggy comes into this or not. You might know better.
The Quaggy goes off, actually. The Quaggy leaves the Ravensbourne in Lewisham, so we will see the Quaggy.
Right.
Where it's confluence with the Ravensbourne, but we'll go in the opposite direction almost.
Okay.
This is going to be a great day. I'm looking forward to it. So this is Deptford Creek at this stage, and this was the famous Elizabethan boatyard. Many a great ship was constructed here, we think. And now towers of glass and steel are rising here. Deptford Creek and mouth of the River Ravensbourne. We were just debating when a river becomes a creek, because they all seem to do it. The Lee becomes the Bow Creek, the Roding, the Barking Creek, and here the Ravensbourne becomes the Deptford Creek. But at what point is a river a creek? We've got to negotiate the building works over there. We want to try and keep as close to the river as possible. So it'll be an interesting exercise. So even though there's building works, it looks like the river is going to be gated off here, so access to the Deptford Creek is restricted at this part by this new development. This is almost like a piece of artwork, isn't it? Freddie, it's not so easy to follow the river strictly. We've lost sight of it. So we're going down this little path, hoping we can pick it up on the other side, and then it goes underground for a bit.
We're going to smell it.
Yeah, we're going to douse.
Hands and knees.
People have asked me whether I douse, actually, quite a lot.
Yeah.
I don't douse.
I'm a little sceptical. I don't know how it works, and then I'm interested.
Yeah, people swear by it. People do swear by it. But... Oh, this is great. Look at this. So it looks like they do low tide walks in Deptford Creek, where you can walk out in the mud and see what's there. Look for fish and invertebrates. So the river, it's just recently let DLR train on the other side of this, what I guess is going to be, what's it going to be? Land acquired. New homes. So we're at Deptford Bridge here. This is the A2, Watling Street. I walked along here a couple of days ago with Ian Sinclair and Andrew Cotting, and we stopped on that bridge over there. And there'll be a new video coming soon of that walk with Ian and Andrew from Shooters Hill to Westminster. So we found the river again, running here through Deptford. Deptford, of course, meaning deep ford. Ian, you were concerned that we might be following the wrong river, which is always a danger, isn't it?
How many are there? It splits somewhere around here. I think this is the right one, and I think I've cycled along it. But we're going to cheat and look at that map on the wall, on the board over there, so we'll be fine.
And the river that we're concerned that we might be being led astray by is the brilliantly named Quaggy, my favourite river name was going to say in London, I think that might be my favourite river name in the world, the Quaggy. Savour that word for a moment.
As you can see, this is where we want to be.
We're on the River Ravensbourne.
There, we are here. And you are now here as well.
We are here. Deptford Bridge. And we're going to follow it down here, Water Lily Walk, to
Past the Stephen Lawrence Centre.
Past the Stephen Lawrence Centre, Brookmill Park, onto Lewisham. And where does it become the Beck?
Comes the Beck in Cater Park in Beckenham, which is about there.
Ah, okay. This is the Stephen Lawrence Trust. Very poignant memorial.
I guess this has been here for quite a while.
Yeah.
It's a hard job to try and become a river again.
It's great. You can get down by the river here in Brookmill Park. Really gorgeous. Really appreciate the commitment that's gone into that little bit of graffiti there on the far side of the river. It's really tempting to try and walk along the river here, but we could end up getting stuck in a culvert. Ian just managed to skim a stone down the river, and we're trying to see if he can repeat it. Go for it, Ian. The one before that, I should say, for posterity, was excellent and went halfway down the river and nearly decapitated a moorhen. So it was...
Which is our lunch.
Yeah. So Ian's original idea was to walk along the river using waders, which would have been great. But, may yet happen. Ian's just spotted an iPad in the Ravensbourne.
I think it's Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Ian's determined to excavate this rare 21st century artefact from the river. Do you think it's a votive offering? So here we are, just on the edge of Lewisham now, so we have to be careful we don't end up following the Quaggy by mistake. It's very shallow here, isn't it, Ian? So here the Ravensbourne works its way through the stages of development going on around Lewisham town centre. We've been transported to France. Was that Rue de Valois? Do you know of Rue de Valois?
Somebody's going to tell us, aren't they?
It's bound to. So Ian, look, you were wondering where the Quaggy goes.
Under our feet?
Look, under our feet it splits here.
Oh gosh.
So this is where we could end up following the Quaggy by accident. So I think this is the brilliantly named River Quaggy.
You know where that name comes from?
No, do you?
No.
Oh, I thought we were going to get a revelation then, Ian.
Sorry.
So now we're back on the Ravensbourne, and Ian's confident that this is the way ahead. And this is an interesting chunk of architecture here in Lewisham town centre. Huge new development here at Lewisham. Another part of the old changing face of London that we keep seeing on these walks. This is Cornmill Gardens. Welcome to Ladywell. So I think we've reached a section where we have to do some street walking down to Ladywell Station because we're at a dead end, and here's the river.
We haven't got our waders, and they're absolutely ropes.
Just realising I came through here for a walk in my book, This Other London, the obligatory plug, and what's interesting is I wanted to do a votive offering at the Ladies' Well, and I bought some herbs from Treadwell's bookshop to do it with. And apparently I chose well. The ladies in the shop helped me choose the herbs. And I sprinkled some down over there by Ladywell Station before realising that that was the site of one point, but then actually there is the actual Ladies' Well is further up the hill there. And I did stand, there's a plaque on the house. There's actually two wells here at Ladywell.
That was a fake well.
That was the medicinal one that people came to. And I stood outside this person's house sprinkling herbs in the street. It must look really weird.
Probably not the first.
I did make a little video, so maybe I'll insert that here. That little video of me doing that tentative votive offering. Oh, it's good to be back.
Did it,
So we're here at Ladywell Fields, which is a delightful spot. And here on the map, here we are. Tea and toilets, and then we've got a wonderful walk on it ahead. I do love a good LCC logo on the toilets and the cafe here at Ladywell Fields. So I think we've just spotted some fish in the river here as it runs through Ladywell Fields. This is another point when we're not entirely sure which side of the river to walk on. We've come out of Ladywell Fields, we've come up to Catford Station. I think we go to the left, Ian.
I think you're right. Left. Not for long.
So we're going to lose the river for a little bit whilst we traverse the streets of Catford. So if Deptford is the deep ford, Catford is the
cataclysmic ford, the catastrophic ford.
The river leaves its trail in the street names, not just in the landscape.
Some way away from Deptford, where it's...
I think here we start the River Pool or the Pool River. So we're going to follow this now until we branch off for the Beck.
And we're heading into the wonderfully named Linear Park.
Right. So Ian, I think we have the answer to the question of what happens with the pool in the Ravensbourne, because here with the rivers are meeting here, two rivers are meeting, so this must be where the Ravensbourne and the pool have their confluence. There we go, there's the Ravensbourne there on that left-hand branch, and here we have the River Pool, which is where we are going, along the River Pool, with this seed in here.
It's really pretty, it's really like
This is a
proper river.
A beautiful stretch of the River Pool. Yeah, these little sort of tributaries and streams and brooks often go sort of unnoticed and unheralded, don't they? Taken for granted.
I mean, this is, it's not massive, but it's not insubstantial.
So what's this here?
This is Belgreen Shopping Estate, Industrial Estate, which is on the edge of Sydenham.
It's unusual for me because this is the kind of place I usually end walks. Just as the light's fading, that's where usually I'm going. But it's a good place to have to find your way home from, because look, there's buses. Waterlink Way. We're moving into Beckenham now. So this wouldn't be one of my walks if at some point we didn't go through an industrial estate. And here we are.
Coming up to a very wonderful sort of configuration, that's the wrong word.
I like it.
Configuration
Right.
of chemical pipes just down the end.
It's been a great walk. I hadn't realised that we've walked 11 miles so far. And
Time flies when you enjoy
yeah, didn't seem like it. Ian's pointed out these wonderful sort of chemical storage tanks that could probably end all life in South London if they were to go up in flames. So I think this might be some sort of water treatment, don't we? It's Thames water.
Thames water, it can't be anything too big, well, say
And it's a strong smell to this beautiful flowering shrub here when you're stood right in it.
that. In half a mile, we'll be into Cater Park on the edge of Beckenham, and then the Pool River splits into the Beck, which is what we're trying to find the end of, and the Chaffinch Brook, which is for another day.
So here we are, back on the river. This is actually the split where the River Pool splits into the Chaffinch Brook, going off to the right there, and the Beck to the left, and we're going to follow the Beck somehow. And of course it's the Beck that gives its name to Beckenham, or is it the other way around? Sometimes it is the other way around.
I know not.
So Ian's just pointed out that we're going to have to walk along the Chaffinch Brook for a short distance, and that means today we'll be seeing or passing by or walking along 5 rivers.
Between the houses.
So this is the Chaffinch Brook,
This is the bit I want to put waders on and walk on.
which we'll only see a short section of this before we try and find the Beck again. So we're just going to cut out some street walking and go to a park where we can pick the river up here.
That's correct, yeah, about 10 minutes away, 10-15 minutes walk. Otherwise we'll just be following streets where we'll get glimpses of the river for a second or so. It's not really worth the very circular route we'd have to do it.
Right.
So you could call us cop-outs at this stage if you want, but we don't care.
I don't care. Yeah. I love a bit of old borough signage. The old borough of Beckenham. The riding of bicycles or other similar machines. This footpath is prohibited. What borough is this now?
Bicycle or tricycles?
Oh yeah.
This is Bromley.
Bromley, London Borough of Bromley. Quite an elegant parade of shops here at Clockhouse Station. This is my first time in Beckenham, so it's going to be interesting. So Ian wants to show me something in this.
Just a little bit. Something you might want to put in, might not. Obviously, you're too young to appreciate the significance of this job.
Basically, Beckenham is David Bowie country, and I mentioned to Ian that I'm of an age where I sort of needed convincing that David Bowie was any good, because the Bowie I grew up with, 80s Bowie, was a bit rubbish. The cool Bowie, 70s Bowie.
Came back before he died.
I realise that's a really heretical thing to say to people who really take music seriously.
And a little
Can't
bit
help it. Let's Dance is terrible.
It's got one.
Dancing in the Street
However,
with Mick
if John
Jagger.
keeps filming,
Come on.
keeps that camera on, and turns it round by 180 degrees.
So what you've dragged me into the park here on a detour.
Dragged you came willingly to stop that.
To look at a bandstand. What's the significance of the bandstand?
There was a concert put on here by David Bowie in 1969, I think, that he then wrote a song about, which was on his first proper album, Space Oddity, which is called Memory of a Free Festival, and that was about a little festival that happened in this park. And it's a source, it's a shrine for less discerning Barry fans, people who like everything he does, which some of us don't like everything he does, but it's that right over there. That's where he played.
Now this Zizzy restaurant was actually the Beckenham Arts Lab.
The 3 Tons pub, I think.
The 3 Tons pub.
I think. There's probably a plaque outside,
Yeah.
so we can check that in a minute, which is some of David Bowie's earliest performances in Beckenham.
I've heard of that actually, the Arts Lab. Yeah.
Well, I think if I'm right, it'll say it on the outside. So
Right.
Okay, that makes sense.
Confirmation. The Beckenham, the Arts Lab, where David Bowie launched his career, so it says. And now it's a Zizzy restaurant. So this is our first real proper look at the Beck. So we're now walking into this sort of wooded area here, where we should be able to rejoin the river. 15.5 miles since we set off from Deptford this morning at 10:30, and now it's 5 o'clock. A couple of miles to go.
Midges in the sunlight.
So this is where the river runs under the road here, so we've got to kind of go around the block and rejoin it in a wood somewhere.
Welcome back.
And back to the Beck. That's got a good sound to it, hasn't it? It's funny how you notice the stream gets narrower and slower the nearer you get to the source. So this is High Broomwood. This is the last leg of the walk.
It's the last leg of the walk where I know where we're going. After that, it's going to go. The last little bit's going to be a bit
sketchy.
desperate.
Sketchy. So we're going to go. We're on the edge of West Wickham. This is a beautiful little grove here, absolutely full of flies. So we're now entering the London Borough of Croydon, the wonderfully named area of Shirley. Song by Billy Bragg. It's that time of the day when we're getting a little bit tired. I think we've been doing, 17 miles now I think we're up to. The river is there, running across the frame, and it goes under a house. And so we're having to walk along streets now. We've got Hawkhurst Way here. Strangely, we've crossed straight back into the London Borough of Bromley. But we're very close to the source, and that's what's driving us on. Second kind of, I don't know, this is afternoon tea, a 99p cheese salad sandwich for me. I couldn't bring myself to do a double pasty walk. I had a pasty earlier on, I mean, strictly speaking a balti slice, and I thought...
Haven't eaten my dinner, I'm now in the field.
They look great.
Best I have ever eaten.
So we're feeling it a little bit now. 18.5 miles we've been walking today. But the final bit, of course, inevitably is uphill. It's a completely straight street, and it's just gradually going up and up and up. So with the legs already a little bit sore, this is really biting into them. Hill walking in Croydon. Also, there's a burial mound there on the golf course here, and I'm tempted by. So we just now got to walk through this wood, and we're going to find the source of the Holy Beck in this wood. There's a real sense of anticipation as you approach the source of a river at the end of a walk. It's a really exciting moment. And it's so lovely to be coming at it through this lovely woodland here, which interestingly is owned by the City of London, like Epping Forest and Burnham Beeches. It's all getting a little bit too easy. We've come a little bit too far south. We found ourselves on the other side of the ridge. 7 o'clock now. 20 miles at least. We're going to find the source of this river. So we are now rummaging through the woods here. Strip of woodland between houses, and we know it's here somewhere. So we are just... Someone's got a camp there. So we finally found it. We're stumbling around in this little narrow patch of woodland, and we finally found it. There it is.
All the way to Deptford.
Trickling out of that pipe, yeah, going down to the Thames at Deptford.
And all the way out to Southend.
How am I feeling? Look at that. Does that not fill you with joy?
Yeah.
This is a concrete pipe, concrete covered pipe in the middle of some woods in Shirley. That doesn't get much better than that, really, does it?
There was a moment just now where we were walking backwards and forwards in this wood, and I thought we might not find it, because we know it comes out of a pipe somewhere. We know it's probably quite overgrown, and we thought there's a possibility we might not find it. And I thought, how would we, at the end of 20 odd miles, to not have found it would have been devastating. And we, yeah, here it
It's
is.
a bit like not getting to the pole, really.
There it is, starting its 20-mile journey to the Thames and then out to the sea. And when you see that there, that little trickle, it's amazing to think that it becomes this river that flows through all that landscape we've walked through today. Thank you very much.
No, it's a great
Has
pleasure.
it lived up to expectations for you?
The release of tension standing on top of this pipe in some woods in Shirley. I can't possibly explain that feeling to anybody. You've just got to live it, do it.
And now I think we've got to live and do. We've got to try and find some way out of here back to...
No, you've got to find somewhere.
I've got to find something.
out
I've got back to Leytonstone for going.
London.
Yeah, from Shirley
Some of
and
us have
Croydon.
got about 3 miles to go home.
Yeah, Ian could potentially crawl home. I've got to get back to Leytonstone.